Okay, first things first, we're gonna start with the eyebrows, and I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Caramel. Okay, so I dip into the pomade, and I like to start on the bottom part first, so I can create that line. And now I'm working on the top line, so I'm filling that top line up as well. And then I shade in the middle part just to make sure I'm filling everything out with what's left on my brush from the pomade we used. Here I'm using my Feather Blender to clean it up. And then I'm just fixing anything I see that needs some help. On this eye, we're doing the same exact thing we did on the other one, pretty much focusing on that bottom line first and then filling it in. Of course, focus most of the color on the outer part of your eyebrow. That's where you want it to be more defined. So I'm just filling it all in, making sure the other one's filled in pretty good too. Here we're going in with the Pharmacy Brow Powder, and the color I use is in Blonde. Y'all, this stuff is amazing. If you have not tried, I suggest it highly. I'm focusing on the inner part of my eyebrow, just filling those in with the powder because it makes it look more neutral, more natural to me. It's time to carve them eyebrows out, so I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape to carve them out. I like this, really good. It's really good to carve them out. I just like it in general. I feel like it's an awesome concealer, honestly. So I'm just going underneath, shading them out, and then putting it all the way down to my lid. I like to use it as a primer for my eyeshadows. So just make sure you're blending it all out. I go in with the Beauty Blender, blend it in, blend it in. I know it looks like a lot, but I promise you it's so worth it. Blend, 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 just keep blending. We want to make sure we don't have no creasing, so when we lay our translucent powder, it's good to go. Yes, translucent air spun. I'm just using it to set that. Now we're getting into eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using the James Charles palette, and the first color I'm going to be using is the color Escape. Just blend, girl. Keep on blending. Keep blending until you're happy with it. So all I do is take a little at a time, and I keep building it up with the color because you want the color to show through. Now let's work on the other eye. So same process. I'm using the James Charles palette, and I'm using the color Escape. I'm just blend, 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 and a little more blending. As I said, I take a little at a time, and I just keep on blending. So I go back and I make sure that the color and the pigment is there. Trust me, this purple in this palette is amazing. So I use Escape and the color Single. This is there showing you real quick the two colors that I'm using. The color Single, I put it a little above the color Escape. I just place it above that and pretty much just blend, blend, blend. You want it to look cohesive. So as you see, I keep going back and forth and making sure they're blended. I don't want any harsh lines, so I'm making sure I'm blending those two colors where they look blended. Honey, this purple is pigmented, for real. Now I'm going to take this Eco Blending brush, and I'm going to take the color Flashback. And I'm just blending out that white close to my eyebrow with the purple. Now the fun begins. Let's cut the crease. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, and we're going to be doing a half cut crease. And the trick to this is if you want to cut that crease and you're not sure where the line should end, just put some on close to your lash line like the concealer, and then look up and then roll your eye back and forth, and it'll show you exactly where you should cut it. That's just a little tip I learned too. Trust me, I used to be scared of doing a cut crease, like no lie. But it's so pretty. So all I'm doing is blending that purple where the concealer meets, just so I can blend it out, because when it dries out, it doesn't look blended. It like kind of looks patchy. And here I'm going to be using the color Artistry, That's the color that I'm using with the purple that I already have laid out. So just blend, blend, blend. Just keep blending the color artistry. I'm telling you, this color is so pretty. I'm just blending escape and artistry together so we don't have any harsh lines. Same thing with this eye. Just keep blending. Trust me, it's about that blending. Just keep blending, girl. The inner lid area, we're going into the color flashback. Here, I'm taking flashback and blending the purple out so we don't have harsh lines. It's that time. Let's clean up the face so we can start doing our face now. Primer time. I'm using the Pharmacy VFX Pro. Make sure you blend that thing in, girl. Blend it in your skin. Get it nice in there. I like to set it for a few minutes and then I just find something else to do while I wait. Going in with the M321 from Morphe to deepen that crease area. It's face time. So now we're going in with the VFX Pro Camera Ready from Pharmacy. And the color I use is in vanilla. I like to dot it first on my face using the Morphe M6. As you see, now I'm blending it out with it. And I'm just roughly blending it out. And this brush really doesn't leave any lines, but I like to go extra and blend it a little more. So I go in with the Beauty Blender. And yes, I do wet my Beauty Blender. I feel like it works better. Time to conceal. Let's using the Tarte Shape Tape and I'm going ahead and blending it out with that Beauty Blender. I usually like to bounce it, not drag it, but sometimes, girl, I just drag it by, especially on the ends of my eye. Just make sure you get that nose. A little side note, just make sure when you place your concealer that you actually hurry up and blend it out, because if not, it will set and you don't want it to do that. You want to blend it out completely. And if it does set, if you're like taking too much time on one eye, just do piece by piece. That's just a little suggestion. And if it does set without blending, just make sure you wet your Beauty Blender a little more and then it'll help blend it out. This part takes me a while just because I like it to be fully blended. Let's set that concealer. I'm going to be using Pharmacy, the face sculpting palette. And the brush I'm going to be using is this big old fluffy brush, G8 from Morphe. Focusing mostly on the places we place that concealer. Please excuse the concealer on my mirror because it's driving me crazy. Let's warm this face back up, girl, because we're looking ghostly right now. And I'm using the same product, the Pharmacy, but I'm using the darker shades. Placing it in the areas I want to contour. I feel like the Pharmacy powder is a must try. It has a smell to it, but it smells amazing. I promise you will love it. I mean, I can't promise you'll love the smell, but I do. I actually really do care for it. Time to contour. I'm going to be using the 3-in-1 face palette from Pharmacy. And I'm going to be using the darkest shade, and we're going to be using that to contour. And the same places that I place that bronzer color, I'm going to place my contouring just a little bit deeper, that's all. And make sure you blend it because you don't want to look crazy. Last time. We're using that same Pharmacy palette, and I'm just using the blush in that palette, which is the 3-in-1 face palette. This stuff's amazing. Yes, it looks like a lot, but I promise, trust the process. The same face brush that we use to set our face, I'm using that same brush to go ahead and blend all those colors together. So I do blend because I don't like any harsh lines. Eyeliner time. And the eyeliner I love to use, it's the L'Oreal Infallible, the Super Slim. And I just like to use the black one. Y'all, if you find this in the store, you need to grab more than one because every time I go to the store, they never have it. And it's rare when I do find it. So I always try to stock up on it. It's a felt tip pen. And believe me, if you're getting into just wearing liquid eyeliner, this is probably the easiest eyeliner that you can learn to place your eyeliner with. I pinky promise. It glides on super smooth, like simple. Let's line the waterline. So I'm going to be using the Pharmacy Express eye pencil in black. Make sure you get between them lashes. Don't forget the bottom line. We're going to smoke out that bottom lash line. And I'm going to be using the same exact shades that I use on top from the James Charles palette, which those same two purples we're going to be using. And the first shade I'm going into is actually the color called Single. And then I go into the color Escape. The color Escape, I just do it closer to the lash line. And the color Single, I pretty much just smoke it out with that. And I blend it out a little more. Curling them lashes. We gotta curl them, because if not, girl, our lashes and my lashes will not be blended. I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal base for your lashes. This stuff's amazing. While that sets, we're gonna go ahead and work on the lips. The shade I'm using is the MAC Magenta shade. I'm gonna be using two colors so I can show you two different lips. I really did try to use a different color than I would really reach for, but this lippy that I'm using, it's from Live Glam, and it's the color Glamnoso. This is out of my comfort zone, so I was kind of hesitant. I mean, I love the color, but with this look, I think it took away from the eyes, so I didn't keep it. But if you want to try it, after I place it, I'm like, I don't know about this. Wipe it off, fix my lips again. NYX lip liner in the color Nutmeg. I like always reach for this lip liner. The NYX lip liners are so inexpensive and they work amazing, and they have a good color selection. This is just me personally speaking. I mean, hello. I'm not a pro or expert. I'm just giving you my advice on stuff that I find that are inexpensive and work, you know? I thought I'd share with you guys because I'm a mom and I don't have time to be playing with makeup or buying stuff that don't work. I usually like a matte lip, but I figured let's see how we can judge it up a little. Some lip gloss, girl. Highlight time. This is from the Pharmacy 3-in-1 palette. I spray my face first. I'm using the Time Locker from Pharmacy. I like to do it when it's wet because yeah, I want to be shining like a glazed donut girl. Mascara time. I like to use this CoverGirl Lash Blast. I like to use waterproof just because my lashes won't stay curled all day. We gave that base enough time to dry, so now I go in with the mascara. I like to blink my eyes when I put it on. I don't know. Does anybody else do that? Because I do, girl. As you see, I'm focusing on the top lashes first. Bottom lashes. So I go into the Telescopic Carbon mascara just because I feel like this telescopic one, the brush that gets all them little bottom lashes really good. Lash time. I'm gonna go into some very dramatic lashes. These lashes, I actually got them from one of my good friends. She sells them. I'm not sure if she currently sells them anymore, but we're gonna use some of her lashes. They are dramatic AF. If you don't like dramatic lashes, skip this part. Use the ones you have, girl. And the glue I use is the Kiss Lash Glue, the Lash Couture. I like to use the black one, especially because I use eyeliner. The black one, I feel like I just love that one. I prefer that one than the clear one. Just letting you know. See, I'm showing you. Roll them lashes. Roll them, roll them, roll them. This is just helps when you apply them. They apply so easily. I'm just making sure I'm coating that lash. Make sure to air dry them. Girl, I don't know what I'm talking about here, but... And we're almost done. After these lashes, I'm going to show you the final look. I just make sure those inner corners are in there really good. Excuse my mirror. Here's the final look. After I place these, I'm going to show you what it looks like. We're almost done. I'm going to show you the final look in a bit. Here's the outcome. I hope you love it. Here's some pictures. I hope you like it. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.